Hey, how's it going? We've just launched Metro Retro Actions and Mentions, two lightweight and easy to use features to help you get the outcomes out of your meetings and stop information getting stuck in your boards. Let's go take a look at a board now and I'll show you how they work. Okay, so we're in one of my team dashboards now. First thing you might notice is a new action items option on the left menu. We'll ignore that for now and go and create some actions first. So let's jump into a board and take a look at these action items. We can delete that. We'll take a look at some of these action items and turn them into actual trackable actions. So first thing we want to do, select a sticky and go to type into it and type the @ symbol. Now you'll see the new menu options: assign action, mention, add tag, or add comment. We want to assign an action, so we'll hit enter. And then we can either scroll up and down to browse members of our team, or we can start typing and then select from the results. So we'll give this one to Tiff, we'll give him 3 days to do it, and that's it. Now we can see the sticky note has a status indicator for the action. If I expand that, I can update the status, I can change the assignee, I can adjust the due date, or I can delete the action entirely. And the open actions function on the bottom right is what's going to open the dashboard for me. So I don't have to do these one at a time. I can multi-select and then use the assign action option. And then whatever I assign here is going to be applied to all of the sticky notes in the selection. So we'll give Tiff some more work, assign those, make it also 3 days, and then that's done. The other thing we're releasing in this update is mentions. So for things that don't require an action, that aren't an outcome from a meeting, but are something that you want to draw attention to, or if you want to just keep the conversation going, a mention is probably the better way to do that. So I've got a question here about where we should link the content to when we publish it. And instead of creating an action for this, I'm just going to ask Tiff. So I can do the @ symbol again. I can either go down to mention, or I can just keep typing. And then it'll show me the names that match those results. So now I've asked Tiff to take a look at this. The other places we can use mentions are inside task cards, index cards, roadmap cards, but also comments, which is quite handy. So I might want to add some more context to this object here, the sticky note, that I want to turn into an action. So we're going to make it an action. We'll give it to Tiff one more time. I don't think he has enough work to do at the moment. And then I want to give him some more context for this. So I'll create a comment, and then I can just write towards him. So can you help with finding the video steps? We don't know what to do. Save that. And then maybe I want somebody else to help him with that. So we can go @Alex, please help Tiff, because he's got a lot of work to do now. And then we can save. And you can see how easy it is to keep going through this process, either creating your sticky notes first and then going in batch, turning them to actions, or creating the actions as you go. What's important to remember is the content of the sticky note is what's going to be previewed when it comes to the action in the action dashboard. So make sure you have enough context there, or use comments to add more context and use the sticky note just as the sort of high-level action overview. So if we go take a look at our dashboard now, we'll see that we have all of those items captured there. There's a few more from another board, but here you can see everything that we've created. From this dashboard, we can batch select and update the status or the assignee on all of them. We can go in individually and change the status, change who it's assigned to, the due date, and then using the links here, if I click on one of these links, it's going to take me to the board where the action was first created and highlight the specific sticky note that the action was created on, just to help you find the action that you've created during your session so that you don't have to come to a board and then scramble and try and look for it yourself. The other thing you can do with actions once you've created them is actually import them into new boards. And this is a great way of making sure that you're not losing any value from a previous meeting when you start your next session. You can bring your actions in as a batch and work with your team to update the status, see if the action is still relevant, or just create new actions based on the outcomes of previous meetings. So let's go create a new blank board, and then we'll take a look at how that's done. So on the import function in the bottom left of the sidebar, we've got action items. And now we can go and select which ones we want, or we can bring them all in. It's going to lay them out for you quite neatly. And then the nice part about this is that they are all connected. So if I update this status here to done, and then I go back to that previous board where it was first created, we can then see that the status has been updated here. Same thing if it's updated in the action items dashboard, or if it's updated in the new board where you've imported it, or if it's updated in the original board where you created it. It's going to cascade and update across all of those different instances. What you should remember, though, is that the link from the dashboard will always take you back to the original source sticky note. So all of the imports that you've done across other boards, this is still the source of truth, where you first created it. Now on mentions, we can see that we've got a couple of notifications up here. That's because I have now changed to being logged in as Tiff. So all of this that was created, I can now see the notification for. If I open the notifications window, I can see there's various types here. Actions will display the action icon and have a different style, and mentions will just display the @ symbol and then the mention that was created. And clicking these will take me to the board and the object where the mention was created. Clicking on the action notification will take me to the dashboard view and highlight the specific action that was created. You can see that one's highlighted and it's done. So there we go, a small but powerful update from Metro Retro, giving you actions and mentions to help you track outcomes from your meetings. See you in the next one. Cheers.